Hey, what's going on, everybody? Got the old Mongo Man and Kenny here in the house, and we're here to talk about the $100,000 challenge. This is financial meeting number one, or week number one, and we're going to go over what we did this week. So far this week, KJ was able to get a bunch of stuff sold. I got a couple things sold on my side, and this is where we are at. Sold the rad support from the frame for 111 bucks. KJ got 750 bucks out of the cab. For Cooter, got $100 given to us for a compression test that we did, right? That was kind of funky. Guy wanted to buy that 306 and wanted us to do a compression test, and ended up Venmoing us $100 to do the compression test, but chose not to buy the engine because one cylinder has 190 psi compression pressure, so we're not real sure what's going on there. And then Saturday morning early, KJ headed into the scrapyard, got $301 out of the rest of Cooter, so the bed and the stuff there. Any problems with that, Kenny?
They didn't want to take it because they were looking for a VIN.
They were looking, oh, you did have a title issue?
Yeah, they were. The one guy asked, hey, is there a VIN on this? I said, no, there's not a VIN at all.
So it just goes to prove that you got to watch what you do, because there are some issues sometimes, depending on what you're taking in. That was just a half of a truck. It was the back half, the cab and everything obviously was sold, and they were looking for some vehicle identification numbers. We did have a young lady from Wellsburg come up and bought the luggage rack off the Excursion, got 60 bucks out of that. And so we spent a little bit of money as well. Well, first off, we had a rebate of $200 because I had pulled $1,000 for KJ to buy a truck, but he did a real good job and talked the guy down 200 bucks. That's one of the very most important things that you can think of when you're doing this, trying to flip stuff. Try and get it as cheap as possible there in the beginning, because that's just money that you're going to save in the end, right? So how did you work on that guy to get him down?
I said, are you for over 1,000? He said, oh, you're here now, and 800 bucks, you take it away.
So yeah, he saved us 200 bucks by doing that. And all it is a little conversation. Everything is open to negotiation. That is the way that this game is going to go, right? So we ended up with a $200 rebate on that, and then I had pulled $100 to put fuel into Henry, and you only ended up using 60 of that, right? So we got a $40 rebate for that. So the total income, total sales for the week, $1,322. So we had set a goal out real early to get that first $1,000 sales week. It just so happens the first week is a $1,000 sales week. It's a $1,322. But from here forward, what we're going to work with is an average. What we're trying to get is an average. It starts out about $600 a week is the average, and then works its way all the way up until we're almost into a $2,000 a week average before the end of this thing. I do have it projected out that it should take us about 18 months to do. I think we're going to get there probably a little quicker than that, but that's the income for this week. Expenses for this week, again, like we said, KJ did buy a truck for 800 bucks, and he put fuel in Henry, so we have $860 expense. We are sitting on $487 cash in hand, and we have a truck sitting in the parking lot with a bunch of parts to sell, plus a bunch of parts still listed on the marketplace, ready to go. So
Front bumper should be sold tomorrow.
Should have the front bumper sold off of the new truck, which is a 96 F350 cab chassis with a 10-foot body. That's the one you saw us in there in the last video messing around with. But yeah, so far so good. First week, $1,322 in sales. We're left with a balance of $487 with a truck in the parking lot getting ready to pull it apart. That's what we'll see next week, and we're going to continue to clean up around here a little bit. We got a couple plans of what we want to do, and see where we go from there. So what I did, I went out and I got one of these ledgers. What is this, a Clever Fox ledger. So this is where we're going to keep all the pertinent information. Got that started, and we've already started truck files. So that's trying to keep track of it all. Like I said, trying to run this like a business, get it up over the $100,000 threshold there, and see where it goes from there. See if it's something that would be a viable business for us. We do know that, I mean, this is how KJ has essentially funded every project that he's done so far. in the garage. That's how Larry got funded. That's how Henry got funded. That's how Clifford got funded, right? Everything. Getting ready to do the car show as well. Bunch of stuff in the office here for the car show. So that'll be coming up in July. And that's about it for right now. We hope you guys join us in this journey. Is it possible? Can we do it? What do you think, KJ? Is this something that...
Just got to figure out what moves. What moves the fastest?
What parts are moving the fastest? I agree. What trucks are going to move the fastest? Right now, the first truck we bought was an OBS. We'll see how that goes. If it sells good, if we make some money on it, then we'll go from there. I think before the end of this, we'll probably come back around and talk about all the things that we learned, of course, and the things that we learned along the way. We'll talk about that as well. But what we're after here is, of course, the challenge, making the cash. That's a no-brainer, right? But we want to grow the channel. I think this is a good way to grow the channel. But we also want to help that guy out that's just out there trying to keep his old Ford pickup on the road. He's working every day. You know, he uses his truck for work, and he's just trying to keep that thing on the road cost effectively. And I think that's what we do. We move these parts out pretty quick, and they're definitely cost effective. We don't try to gouge or overcharge. We try to get what they're worth out of them, and then move them on down the road. A lot of people are going to holler at me because we're sharing all the numbers. I think that's the way that this has got to go. KJ didn't even want me to share all the numbers, but in earnest, I think that we're going to be 100% transparent, and we're going to get through this and figure out what it is. So that's where we're at right now. If you guys need any parts, or if you're interested in checking further things out here on the channel, there's plenty other content to check out, and we will be selling parts from here out, as we have, you know, for the last 5 years anyway. So check us out. We'll talk to you guys later. KJ, tell the people bye.
Goodbye, people.
See you guys later.